was because it was everyone's like, Edward is really, really good. Genja was not considered that good, and everyone loves Diamond Procs. And jungler, I would say the jungler and support were possibly the two most popular members of M5, but like, I don't know.
Oscar 5 is a great team.
M5 is so good.
Well, it looks like the bans are Zemike, No Namer, Speed Ninja, and Confidarius.
What?
I'm just kidding. The chat bans, I'm going to copy paste them into the Twitch chat for you right now.
I posted them into the Skype and not the Twitch.
Oops.
Right.
And just to address something that I saw some people talking about in the Twitch chat, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, @VatoClan, I make an absolute serious effort to only post when it's actually worth a damn. You're not going to get, like, spam of me, like, I bought bubblegum, I'm walking down the street, I'm at Arby's. You might get, like, once in a great while, there might be a silly post, but I try to keep that stuff to a major minimum, because I want you guys, if you're following me on Twitter, I want you to just get the news. I don't want to spam you guys. I just want to make sure I deliver you the information of when videos are going up, when I'm doing something, if I'm going to be late for a stream, if I'm streaming, when the VODs finish, you know, if I'm going to be at Anaheim, or when I'm going to be at Anaheim, you know, when I get to the venue, when I leave the venue, things like that. I want to keep you in the know with the news. You won't see too much goofy comedy stuff, because it's my gaming clan Twitter. It's not my personal one. I don't have a personal one, strangely. So it's usually updated by me, but occasionally other teammates of mine will update it, and, you know, with, well, one thing or another that's business related. So if you follow mine, you're not going to get a crazy amount of spam. So if that gets anyone who wouldn't follow to actually follow, then it's pretty cool. If you go to MLG, Moloko Dude, you can buy me Arby's. If you can find an Arby's. Like, yeah, I get you guys in the chat, they're, like, a little annoyed at Twitter. I follow only very specific people and use it like a news feed. But even then, on some event days, it's just so spammy with, like, random things. I'm just like, I can't read this. I just want to know match results and things. It's like having that ESPN ticker sometimes. It's pretty cool. Yes, Callie has Arby's. Why are these guys? What are we waiting on?
I don't know.
Y'all can go. Y'all can go.
Sometimes before NESL casts, the teams are just talking, and, like, we're talking with the teams. Yeah, and we're just, like, hanging out, and then we're like, wait, we need to start the game.
Yeah, I saw them do the chat ban, so I turned on the recording, because I figured they'd go right into it. And then I'm, like, talking, filling dead air, waiting for them to start. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, I can just ask them. Whoa. That would be pretty cool. This is Finals Game 1 of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 62. This is going to be Pei's Evelynn Child Support versus Clueless in this game. This is a best-of-3 series. So in order to win the series, the team has to win 2 games out of those 3 in order to become the victor. The chat bans, which appear at the screen at the very beginning of this video, were Lulu, Kasten, Kale, and Kha'Zix. Lulu's an excellent support. She has a health increase, a shield, an airborne. She turns someone else into a cat, which CCs them. She has a slow. Everything about her is great. Kasten, extremely mobile, long duration silence, has a slow. Kale, her damage can get out of control late game, and she can just destroy your whole team with Reckoning. She also makes for a pretty solid chase with her own speed increase, and with, not Reckoning, excuse me, with Righteous Fury, which is what turns it into the AoE. With Reckoning and her speed increase, she can chase pretty solidly as well. There we go.
Sorry, I was, like, sort of zoned out, because generally you talk about the picks and I don't need to say anything, and then I'm like, oh, do I need to fill in an ability name?
Hey, why is Kha'Zix banned?
Why is Kha'Zix banned? Kha'Zix is banned because he is ridiculously OP. He gets resets, and in Dominion, people die a lot more than they do in Summer's Rift, so resets mean even more. And his Taste of Fear is a huge amount of damage. The chances of Kha'Zix catching someone out in Dominion alone are pretty high, and with that Isolate, his Taste of Fear is just going to do so much damage to you. And also, he's pretty mobile, and he can get over walls with his lead. How's that?
The gameplay effect of this is he has a good escape, a good engage, and he does so much damage that either A, kills someone, or B, forces them out of the fight. Plus, he has a slow, which can also help him retreat or chase after people.
And the Fog of War manipulation is just so key because there aren't any wards, and so if you walk into a bush, as long as they didn't use like a reveal on the bush, you're gonna get your passive back, and so you're gonna get that slow, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's brutal what Kha'Zix can do in this game mode, and that's one of the reasons why he's one of the top priority bans. We're seeing Teemo, Jace, Trundle. I almost called Trundle Thunderbolt. What's wrong with me? Zyra, Wukong, and Nidalee are the other bans. Teemo, he gives vision on the map with Noxious Traps, plus it adds a slow and his damage on top of that if they trigger them. Blind, great. His magic damage, really high. Is he fast? Oh, heck yeah. Is he short? Sure! You can walk under Jarvan's legs and get away from him. It's dangerous. Teemo's small and easy to trip over by a large dog. I think that will solve the Teemo problem.
Summon our blockers.
Uh-oh! I need a timer that when the game starts, it just starts ticking in the corner.
I just go to the... Like, the scene that I go to when I'm starting is the one with blockers.
Yeah, but we have the chat bans, so it covers part of the screen and looks a little awkward.
Oh, that's right, because you don't have a champion select overlay in particular.
Yeah.
Okay. Because for NESL events, we have like a separate overlay for the champion select alone. I'll try to make you an overlay or something. I'm actually probably not gonna make a good overlay, but I'll try to make some overlay.
I've been needing overlays forever, but I'm not talented with video editing or picture editing. I mean, so I haven't gotten around to doing it. Plus, I mean, me and Photoshop have never gotten along. Otherwise, I can think of off the top of my head 6 different overlays that I want for different things. For post-game screen, for chat band screen, for champ select screen, just for like everything. Like I have it in my head. If I could just like make it, I'd be so happy. But
so I just did a Google image search for Dominion League of Legends. So I think I'm gonna take like the first result and then put holes for the champions and put borders around the holes for the champions, and it'll be absolutely awful. But it'll be better than nothing, maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I'll ask some questions to some people after the stream, and we'll look into that, because that could be good, or it could be mediocrity.
You should probably find someone else to do it.
I've been trying to. That's why it's not done. I don't know. It just
so chat. If anyone has Photoshop skills, you should add me in game right now and talk to me about overlays. Don't add Gandair in game because he can't open your chats.
Yeah. Just add me, talk to me after the tourney. It's good times.
Or that.
Back to talking about the bans. I'm sorry, I was off topic. Hey, can you please ban me for nothing? No, actually, don't ban him this time. He doesn't deserve it because he's asking for it.
Wait, why does he want to be banned?
I don't know. It's become a running gag this stream, I guess. Okay, Jace.
You have to say something hilariously insulting.
No, I don't want to have to actually ban him.
I'll click the timeout button.
Well, Jace. Jace can 1v1 pretty solidly in melee form. In gun form, he can blat people to death. It's pretty brutal. It basically comes down to he has good poke, and he works as a pretty okay ranged, a pretty good melee when he's in either form. But it's just his map mobility and his ability to poke and ambush people is really solid. Trundle, amazing sustain and durability. They're fantastic. Like, you can't really beat that with Trundle. He just sticks around forever and is really difficult to unseat from a tower. Zyra, a lot of AoE, a lot of crowd control. Slow, snare, airborne, lot of damage. Wukong, AoE airborne, armor reduction. That armor reduction works great with everything else on your team, usually. Because, oh, now their armor's reduced, now you unload on them, and they just die so much faster. Plus, decoy makes for, like, if you could use decoy well, that's the thing, right there. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just the good decoy use separates the good Wukongs from the greats. And then Nidalee.
Turn off summoner blockers now.
Nidalee just chucks spears all day. No, I will not ban people for talking about that Micaiah time. It's just, like, we need to keep that to a minimum. You know? Nidalee. If you want to get to her to kill her, you have to walk through the spears. She'll kite. That's just what she'll do. Unless they're new to Nidalee, then they might not know to do that, and then they'll die, and then they'll learn how to kite. Kiting just naturally evolves if you play Nidalee. Plus, she has traps. The traps can trigger on the map even while she's dead. If you ban Nidalee, you never have to worry about traps, and you never have to worry about taking a ton of damage to kill her. She's just never there to begin with. Great. Infeed Talon. Infeed plays a great Talon. Talon's an awesome AD assassin who's really good at killing people. He's just a murder machine. His stealth and Cutthroat's a teleport, right?
Cutthroat's a teleport, yeah.
That's right. Okay. I keep getting it confused with Noxian Diplomacy.
Noxian Diplomacy is the Q auto reset. His passive Mercy is 10% additional damage on your auto attacks for champions that are slowed or some other CCs. And his W is Rake, and his ult is Shadow Assault. Shadow Assault. You guys suck. You guys suck for not telling me. Onslaught of Shadows. Hecarim's ultimate. GG.
Alright.
Great AoE from...
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, great AoE from Face Evelynn Child Support.
Yeah, they have... Look at what... I need you to see what I'm seeing. That's Talon going to be in the bottom lane. Oh my gosh, like my game sense kicked in. What the hell? Whoa, I actually felt that when it happened.
So, like...
Infeed's going to be in the bottom lane, so you're going to have everybody else up top. This is going to be Panzers, Stun in... Or not Panzers. This is going to be Carnival and Amumu in, Bandage Toss in, lock them down with the Curse the Sad Mummy into J4 Dash in, Ultimate, box them in, Pyroclasm, and freaking Anti-Fire Barbecue. That's what I'm seeing.
It's just like the Tibbers plus... Like, if all you get is Tibbers and Pyroclasm, it's still just, holy hell, what just happened to us? Why are we already dead before we casted a single ability?
Clueless Barbecue. I mean, over on their side, they have some solid champions. Elise is a great champion. Pantheon's real good.
They're very tanky.
Sauron.
They're extremely tanky.
They're all durable, but I don't quite think they're going to be that durable.
We could see Elise going pretty tanky. On Summoner's Rift, you definitely sometimes see Elise jungles just going pure tank. I know that's how GG would play him, or Big Fat LP. That's how he would play Elise. He builds pure tank on every single champion that he jungles. I'm sorry that I talk about Summoner's Rift.
It's okay. Like, we don't necessarily like Summoner's Rift, but we're Summoner's Rift friendly. We don't show up in Summoner's Rift chats and be like, oh my god, this game is awful. Where's the towers? How come you can't click the towers, turn them off? We don't do that. But when Summoner's Rift people come over here, they do that to us, and we're like, guys, we don't do that to you. Why do you do that to us? Be nice.
I'm sorry, Micaiah. That wasn't insulting enough or funny enough for me to ban you. But it is a pretty... okay, the team composition for Clueless is not bad. It's just that the amount of AoE that Pays Evelynn Child Support has is just absolutely insane. I just... Like, having both Brandon and Annie on a team at the same time is just so terrifying. Oh, you said you didn't want to be banned. Wow, GG. I wonder if I could time out Gandair. Can I time out Gandair?
No, I tried to time out a mod earlier for something, but it wouldn't let me, so I'm like, damn it, I have to PM them instead.
GG.
Tell them to shape up. Alright, this is the round of finals game. This is going to be Pays Evelynn Child Support versus Clueless. This is going to be game 1. Pays Evelynn Child Support is going to be Infeed playing as Talon, Carnival playing as Amumu, Dark Lord Blueberry playing as Brand, Panzers playing as Jarvan IV, and Painkiller playing as Annie. I am one half of your casters. I am Gandair, and casting with me is...
I am RheingoldRiver, and introducing the right-hand team is going to be Clueless, Sauron on Urgot, Half-Hearted playing Elise, BB Pop on Pantheon, Tau this time on Cassiopeia, and rounding out their team composition will be Wolfer on Rammus. We saw Rammus absolutely terrifying earlier today. Just great, catching people out of positions, landing that puncturing taunt for 3 seconds. You can't do anything. Can they do it again? Actually, it was a different Rammus, but that's okay.
Alright, to simplify for some of the people in the chat, ask me after the stream, and I'll like link it to you. It's online. You guys can read the thing there that Trust Temps was asking about. I can link that to you. But yeah, we can't run off and talk about, you know, we can't run off and talk about Icy for like 20 minutes. We're here to play Dominion, guys. That's what we're gonna do. Let's play Dominion.
So
why can't you be percent hype for Dominion?
Everyone going for Prospector's items on Pays Evelynn Child Support. A little bit of item variation on the side of Clueless. A couple of red crystals for Rammus. So he's actually going to be ridiculously tanky. But against the dual AP, like, okay, the thing is Rammus wants to build a lot of armor because of his passive.
Oh, poor Rammus got stuck behind Pantheon. He was really trying. Alright, both teams heading up to the top end of the map. Looks like it's going to be Urgot and Brand in the bottom. Okay, so it looks like they're going to bring Infeed Talon up top. Interesting. Sometimes Infeed bottom, sometimes he tops, sometimes Blueberry. They change it up. They don't have a dedicated bottom laner. At least not that I've seen anyway.
So it does make a lot of sense at the beginning because Brand and Annie are both very, very squishy and both sort of fill the similar purpose. They wouldn't want it early on. I really hope we get to see the Brand and Annie combo eventually. Yeah,
a lane swap would be amazing, especially if any fights happen down around the speed shrines where they can get everyone involved. Carnival Bandage toss in.
TV pop and the knockup from Jarvan. Cassiopeia getting some good damage down. First blood is going to go over to her. Panda's also taking very low. Jarvan will fall in feed. Exhausted. He's going to fall. Painkiller, the only one alive he has is W up, or stun up, excuse me. Can Tao get the Quadra? No, Elise is going to be a scumbag and steal that away, but of course, why would you risk not getting the kill? Carnival comes in, gets the stun. They haven't quite capped yet. Pantheon trying to zone out Jarvan. Carnival is going to go down. They really want to get the cap, so Pantheon will just keep zoning, and Infeed knows he can't do too much. A rake, but the first windmill fight goes down to Clueless.
Okay, at the top, oh, Wolfer, no. Just taking a little bit of poke there. No, oh dear, Infeed with the stun tries to get back away by going through Rammus and is able to circle around outside the fight a little bit.
Good repel from Elise, surviving for a little bit longer. Pantheon is not going to die from the bleed, I don't think. Barely survived there. Tremors from Wolfer, he is level 6. There's a shutdown going over to Painkiller, and it was one more auto attack onto Wolfer. 2 more auto attacks, probably like 4 more auto attacks to be honest with that W active.
Yeah, that defensive ball curl helping him out a lot at the top end of the map. Amumu is in a good position to go for the tower, but he is not, unfortunately. He's going for the minions instead. Could have pulled a neutral, though, with the amount of time that we've been waiting for the rest of them to get there. So, but he didn't know that. They were in the fog of war. They had no idea which way they were coming from. I'm pushing the creep wave up for Cassiopeia to take care of, no problem.
Yeah, very happy about getting that much farm. I remember when Dominion was first released, Riot was like, yeah, farm doesn't matter on this map. And everyone's like, what?
A creep wave gives you more gold than a champ kill.
Yeah. There is the Petrifying Gaze stunning Carnival, and I think it might have been stunning onto both, but Pantheon jumps in with the Grand Skyfall. Oh my god, how is Joel living here? He is going to live. Carnival taken very, very low. Probably will fall. Spear Shot takes him. And Painkiller and Infeed were zoned from that fight by Rammus. Great job by Wolfro there. I don't even know how Cassiopeia managed to survive.
Trickery. I mean, she's related to Katarina after all.
I'm trying to remember De something. Their last name is like De Coteau, I think, is their last name. Someone in chat tell me if I'm right about that.
Is it Coteau or Codeo? I don't actually know how to pronounce it. Couteao.
Yeah.
Or Teau. It's like the only champ I know anything about.
So, is it Toad or Tau? I don't actually know. Anyway, he is lying in wait in the fog of war.
Cassiopeia and Rammus coming around from the back is Elise. Elise with the volatile spiraling and the stun on Carnival. Wolfer comes around. Amumu away. There's the ultimate and the one from Jarvan as well. But Annie's a little bit too far away from the fight to actually get engaged. Looks like it might still be okay. She's able to contribute a lot of damage from the back. BB Pop very low on health. Jarvan shuts that down with the standard. And Cassiopeia swept up as well. Rammus alive with the revive. Is he going to be able to get back on time? No. Panjas and Painkiller are both running interference. so that way if anyone tries to get to the top to stop Talon, they will not be able to do so. Stun on Wolfer and Airborne. They may be able to pick up a kill on Rammus. No, they're just a little bit too far away. And with that, with the standard spent by Jarvan, he's not going to be able to connect with an Airborne and pop him out of that DBC either. Or not DBC, his Powerball.
So with that, the windmill did change hands, going over to P's Evelynn Child Support. Talon did pick up both of that, so picking up 200 gold for himself for that. And he's probably banking quite a bit right now. Yeah, 1,700 gold on Talon. He's going to come back very, very scary.
Picks up the Avarice Blade, going to go for the Youmu's. Looks like not quite enough money to finish it, though.
And BB Pop is here. Carnival gets stunned. Heartseeker Strike. There's a knock-up from Jarvan. Repel from Evelynn. She's actually staying in the air for a very long time. I'm surprised she didn't jump over to someone. Cho taking a little bit of damage from tower. Painkiller trying to run away. Ken, how far to get to the health? Like, yes, he can. Functioning taunt, not even needed there. Double kill for Cassiopeia. Panzers is caught on the wrong side. But no, Talon will pick up the kill on to Pantheon there. Cho so low. Can he survive? He can survive. Great micro from him. I thought he was going to die to the bleed from Talon. Quadra kill for Cho. Wow.
Cassiopeia actually showed up to this game. I want everyone to know that right now. Excellent up the top end of the map. Rammus by himself. Carnival and Mumu heading to the top. He has enough hit points to survive for a fair amount of time. I don't know if he can take down Rammus underneath the tower. I don't think he can. However, his allies are on their way back. Allies from both sides on the way back. There is the Clairvoyance in the middle of the map there. Painkiller on his way down. There's a Vision proc as well. Looking around for a place to engage, wants to go down and gank Urgot. Closing in now from the top. Throws down the position reverser. Sauron stunned and stunned again. A lot of damage between Brand and Annie.
Middle of the map, meanwhile, BB Pop was trying to go for the Storm Shield. Curse of the Sad Mummy was used by Carnival when he engaged, but it wasn't quite enough there. Talon goes in, and he's just going to get stunned up and fall there. Meanwhile, Panzers is alone on the top, so they should be able to cap the windmill. But with 3 members dead, they are going to go and look for the tri-cap, or 3-cap at the bottom. KO actually taking a lot of damage from the turret there. Going to start channeling. Half-hearted trying to zone out. Didn't get the kill onto Brand. That would be absolutely insane. No, he's going to fall to Talon. And Tato needs to get out. So overall, that was probably actually in favor of Pays Evelynn Child Support.
And Talon, disrespect, pops the ultimate and just walks by and lets it kill her. Doesn't even stop to auto-attack. Just knew that it would be enough.
Sauron with a kill there. Onto infeed. Carnival is trying to run away. But I don't think he's going to be able to. Brand does come in, but one more Q. Acid Hunter is enough to take him down. There's a stun from the passive Q, I guess, from Blueberry. Sauron will die to that Pillar of Flame, but taking Blueberry so low first.
Again, only down to 110 health there, but he was the victor and could recall if he wants. If he stays down there too long, though.
And there's the catch onto Talon. Cassiopeia using ult. Painkiller didn't get stunned, but he did get slowed. Trying to run away now. Panzers is here. Gets a Dragon Strike, but that means he can't get the knockup. Standard came down later. I'm not sure if that was a misclick or if he did not want to jump in. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't want to jump in. There is BB Pop jumping on him. Heartseeker Strike. Gonna block one auto attack and back off a little bit. Elisa's meanwhile channeling mid. Gets the stun onto Panzers. He's gonna have to EQ out.
Wolfer and Carnival might meet each other. Bandage toss on to Wolfer, but Pantheon intercepts, gets a stun applied to a Mumu, and chases him away. Both members of each team looking around the map. There's vision there from the Clairvoyance. And more vision from the Sweeper on Rammus.
I wish I got an icon on the mini-map when someone used a Clairvoyance or Sweeper.
Yeah, you have to be really watching for it. Yeah. It does show up, but I wish we knew whose it was by looking at the map.
Yeah, exactly. Carnival taking a little bit low. Is Elise going to repel aggressively? No, just going to turn. Painkiller is exploded there. And there's a catapult from Jarvan. One kill onto Elise, but it's a double kill for Pantheon. And a double kill for Teo. And he says, why didn't you let me get another quadra kill? So far, Teo has gotten a double kill, a triple kill, and a quadra kill this fight. So will we have the rotate up from Blueberry and a pentakill from Teo? Is the question.
You know, that's like, there's a term for that in Major League Baseball. I forget what it's called. but there've only ever been like a couple people to do it. I think only two or three in the history of baseball. Can we see someone make Dominion history by getting into a 5v5? If anyone can do it, Cassiopeia's a character that can achieve it.
Absolutely.
Because the damage from the Twin Fang can be applied so often that she won't get caught between cooldowns necessarily. Usually you need a champion that has a reset or is an ADC for that sort of thing.
Baby Pop, speaking of getting caught, is going to get caught there. Shutdown Kedrick goes over to Painkiller. Wolfer trying to get in, not quite that brave, and also wants to run up. Doesn't get an assist for the Amumu kill.
By action by the Speed Shrine. Wolfer on his way. Oh, collides with Painkillers. Annie with a puncturing taunt. The stun goes off from Cassiopeia as well. Tao taking a lot of damage, being forced out of the fight immediately by how much was applied there.
And so it is going to be a 2-for-1 so far. Teo is zoned from the fight pretty low. Sauron taken very low also, and he's also going to fall. And the members of Clueless just getting a little bit cut out by Peace Evelynn child support.
Oh dear, Carnival versus Tao?
Exhaust burned. There's a Q, couple Twin Fangs, but not that much more. Just benefiting from the extra move speed a little bit. And Painkiller is top. Infy jumps forward with the E. And then gonna get knocked up. This should be the windmill going over to Peace Evelynn child support.
Wolfer in the middle of the map with Elise. It looks like they're going to ignore the top point because, well, they don't want to go for that. Rammus is going to turn around and try and go somewhere else, but they saw the recalls on the map. Still goes for the refinery, even though knowing that the enemy team can very easily respond to that.
I don't think he can get the natural... Okay, he should be able to get the neutralize, but he won't be able to capture it before Infy gets here. No, he can't get the neutralize. Cutthroat at the last second.
Hanging around in the middle of the map, 3 members of Clueless by the Speed Shrine. Infeed stunned, stunned again, and taken out by Wolfer.
Yeah, a lot of crowd control, and we're just not seeing the AoE level 6 that they could have had ever. Like, Clueless isn't giving the opportunity for it. There's the Summon Tibbers onto Teo, but he's just going to be able to take him out. Cassiopeia is so huge right now.
Cassiopeia is very much in charge. She has like a 5.5 to 1 KDR right now. And it just seems like it's just going to keep going up as the game goes on. There doesn't seem to be any stopping Cassiopeia right now.
And she's about to get taunted by Wolfer.
Ooh, dodged the stun.
But Halfheart actually with no mana can't follow up on it. Cutthroat over to him, and the Shadow Assault will be enough to pick it up. But Wolfer does get the channel point. So bot has been exchanged. Windmill going over to Clueless, and Brand trying to defend this point. I don't think he's going to be able to. At least repels for it. Should be able to get the kill. There's a seared conflagration.
Oh dear!
What are you doing? That is not what you want to do when you gank.
15 health. Bad Rammus.
No!
Oh, the minion! What? What?
And Wolfer taunting Painkiller, but 2 auto attacks and he'll be dead. Sauron comes in though, and it ended up being a good taunt.
Bad Rammus. Rammus completely got Elise killed, very unfortunately, down there in the bottom part of the map. Sauron tries to provision reverse out and get away from infeed. Might not be able to do so. Might be able to kill him, but yes! Sauron!
Sauron picking up the kill there in large part thanks to his Gretzes. If he hadn't had that reveal onto Talon, well, if he hadn't had that prior reveal onto Talon, Talon would have invis and maybe been able to pick up the kill, but he was still able to see him get that Acid Hunter during the stealth.
Pop and Halfheart in the middle of the map. They see Carnival. Carnival! Bad things happening to him. Rammus able to connect with the taunt. No, not quite. Moo gets just enough distance away. He only takes the airborne for his troubles. Puncturing taunt finally lands. Stun in from BB Pop as well, and they're able to take down Amumu. Now chasing after Painkiller. Turns their attention to infeed. The stun does not land on anyone, I believe, is what I saw. And now Halfheart low on health. Cataclysm comes down. Panzer's getting lower. Repel up to escape. Half-hearted with the repel, able to stay alive.
I can't believe how long Tay lived there. He survived for so long. He has the Gunblade, so he doesn't even have like a WOTA completed yet. but the Gunblade is enough spell damage
Revolver.
that he is able to just live for ages and ages. Infeed jumps across the wall to at least picks up the kill there. And Wolfer here, the tower has been neutralized, but he does get the taunt onto Annie. Painkiller is here, he gets the kill onto Annie with his tremors. He might even be able to take out Infeed using the Lock of the Iron Solari there. I think he will be able to get Infeed, probably then die to Carnival. So it's going to be a 2. Oh no, he has the speed, but there is a Bandage Toss, and that'll be Carnival picking up the kill. But Teo and BB Pop are on their way. Carnival needs to be very, very careful right now. And Cassiopeia getting the extra movement speed from landing that Q. Carnival can't get the health, and it will be BB Pop picking up the kill. Teo zoning Panzers away, and Pantheon will be able to channel the point. Bali and Sauron ulting Blueberry. The Seer misses there. Pillar of Flame hits, and the passive will be able to get the kill.
Oh.
If that Seer had landed, I'm pretty sure Brand would have survived and picked up the kill for free. His son, at least a second and a half, if not 2 seconds. Exhaust being used onto Painkiller there from Teo. It repelled down, and he does actually get the kill. Shivers helping out quite a bit, stun onto Half-Hearted. There is the ult from Panzers. That'll be the kill going over to Annie. Can BB Pop get the kill? Yes, he can. Bandage Toss comes in. Triple kill for Painkiller. These two AP carries just doing what AP carries do.
Lower part of the map, Wolfer and Infeed are having a disagreement. That puncturing taunt lasts for so freaking long. You get taunted by that. You have enough time to reconsider all of your life decisions. Powerball pops on Infeed for a little bit of damage. Wolfer walking out between the blades. I think he still got clipped by one of them there, but he is okay. Hiding in the bushes, waiting for someone else. Pops out for Infeed.
BB Pop about to... Oh my god, Wolfer lived there. And BB Pop with the cleanup off that Grand Skyfall. Talon with no revive will not be able to revive.
Top end of the map, Carnival and Panzers. BB Pop as well. Both teams just kind of grouping up.
So, minions will take down at least half of this HP. There's the Curse of the Sad Mummy coming in, but he's just gonna get sort of melted. But Pyroclasm comes and takes everyone's HP bar completely. Teo cannot survive. Wolfer tries to come in with the Puncturing Taunt. Tremor's not up right now. He should get the kill onto Blueberry. No! Blueberry gets great kiting from Brand. Great slows and crowd controls, and Blueberry does survive.
Blueberry just barely able to step out of that with his life, is going to escape okay. Talon heading down the lower half of the map. There's no one to make a play for the windmill right now, and even if Jarvan gets there, I feel like there's going to be people there to contest him, so he won't be able to get that. He doesn't have enough to lead. He's checking there, see the clairvoyance on the map, shows them, hey, there's no one there right now, we still have time. Infeed's going to take this center relic for his team, they're going to group up, and they're going to have the gank position here, if they want to set up shop in it. Pantheon taking the Storm Shield, Urgot and Elise grouping up for a play in the bottom, warded off with that Pillar of Flame, which means they're not going to be able to have the Storm Shield for them. And Elise looking at heading up to the top, Tao at the very apex of the map, is fighting with Carnival right now.
This
Pantheon coming down.
Painkiller, she's going to get jumped on and stunned. There's a shutdown going over to Sauron. Revive is not available. Meanwhile, at the top part of the map, Wolfer taken pretty low, but remember, he is Rammus, but even Rammus doesn't have that much magic because it's popping Locker there and Solari. He will fall almost immediately. Half-Hearted is here, gets a stun onto Blueberry, but there's no real follow-up except for Volatile Spiderling. But meanwhile, Sauron is at the bottom. He's going to be able to cap that. Core neutralized, should get it with the help of the minions. So it is a 3-cap going back to Clueless. BB Pop now exhausted under turret. Kill onto Cassiopeia. Carnival taking pretty low. He's going to cap. Elise has to repel. She's going to die almost immediately after she jumps down. Gets the exhaust on the Panthers. Almost gets it. She does get the kill. Wolfer.
Oh dear.
Stopping the channel.
Wolfer stopping the channel, but putting himself directly in harm's way. Pops the Tremors. Defensive Ball Curl just now wearing off. And without that DBC, he gets a free trip back to the Summoner platform, and he has no backup to come and try and stop this, unfortunately. On the other side of the map, though, Sauron's Urgot was able to take this tower away. They ganked Annie early on at the beginning of that last fight that happened. They split someone off down here at the bottom, and Evelynn Child Support has not yet been able to collect that tower again.
Getting the stun onto Teo. He's going to get the kill. BB Pop gets a shutdown. Infeed trying to defend here. On the top part, we have Half-Hearted capturing a windmill, and Infeed is just terrifying right now. Carnival stopping the cap from Half-Hearted. Half-Hearted trying to run away a little bit. Wolfer is recapping mid. And the bot lane, meanwhile, Sauron is going to fall. He gets the revenge kill onto Annie. Panzers is here, should be able to recap the quarry, but it is going to be the drill going back over to Clueless.
Somebody asked in the chat, where is Pays Evelynn Child Support? Pays Evelynn Child Support is currently losing in this game, behind almost 100 Nexus health. They still have plenty of time to bring that back if they can get control of the game. They have the towers right now, but they still aren't quite in control of the flow of things. You can see all members of Clueless are grouped up already. We still have Talon and Jarvan lagging a little bit behind.
Carnival jumping in onto BB Pop. He's taken very, very low. The shutdown does go down onto Infeed, and that's pretty huge, but he does have revive, and he's about to come right back. Pantheon just exploded there with the Cataclysm. The stun onto Brand will be enough to take him out. The taunt from Wolfer onto Panzer still. Dragon Strike doing a little bit of damage, but there is the ult from Moo under tower, and it is going to be one kill. Pantheon trying to ultimate going Skyfall. There he comes, a lot of damage just from the ult coming in. Infeed though is here. Wolfer very, very low. There's a reveal onto him. Wolfer comes in with his Q.
Ooh, good escape through the minion from Infeed.
Yeah. But I think it's not going to be enough. Heartseeker Strike, one more auto attack, and Baby Pop picks that one up. He needs to survive the bleed, but he will. They cannot get the point, however, though, because Carnival is here, is neutral right now, and with no health on either Wolfer or Baby Pop, there's not too much they can do. They really need to wait for Teo to get here. Carnival starting to recap. Teo comes in, lands an E, dodges the Q. Doing a good job of kiting.
The stutter step from Tao is amazing.
Yeah, just great. There's a shutdown from Brand. Pyroclasm is going to get one bounce off. Wolfer gets the puncturing taunt down, and he might be able to survive. No! Blueberry is surely going to fall. Yeah, Blueberry falls here. Half-Hearted fighting Panzers. Meanwhile, Cataclysm comes down. Half-Hearted in spider form right now. She needs to land a cocoon. She gets the kill anyway with the Q, I believe. And that is going to be Clueless. Finally, at long last, will be able to take control of the windmill.
And Clueless needs to hold on to this, and they can take home the game very easily here. Pays Evelynn Child Support's really only going to get one more solid shot at securing that point before the game ends. The way things are going, however, I don't know about their chances at doing that.
Oh, the ult from Teo has to be cleansed by Infeed. And Sauron is here, should be able to pick up that kill. There's the Cutthroat, and tries to use the Shadow Assault, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, Mumu also falls, and the point's getting a little bit low. Blueberry is in the bot lane, but Pantheon ulting with the Grand Skyfall. Spear shot down. Can get the Pyroclasm, only two though. Heartseeker Strike will be enough, picking up Brand on the other side, and he also falls. Wolfer doesn't even care about turrets. Turrets, they do damage? What? Panzers tries to get out, but Half-Hearted is there. Teo gets that kill also. Carnival diving in, Half-Hearted trying to kite away. There's no mana on Cassiopeia. She needs to leave Cutthroat, and there's the bandage toss. Uses his Shadow Assault almost immediately. There's the reveal onto Wolfer. He needs to get away. He can't get away. But with only 3 points remaining, it is 3-1 right now in capture points because they got the neutral off, and that is going to be Clueless taking game 1 off Pays Evelynn Child Support.
Clueless is off to an excellent start so far this series with a 1-0 going into this second game. And Talon, while he did deal a lot of damage, there were a lot of times during the game where he got into a 1v1 and really couldn't fight his way out of it. And unfortunately, later on in the game that went, we started to see a little bit more of that. But the stutter step from Tao's Cassiopeia in a lot of those engagements was completely ridiculous. Getting that extra movement towards or away from an enemy champion throughout each one of those engagements was just absolutely magnificent. And that really added up over the course of a few fights when you can take 3, 4, 5 steps away and keep someone from being able to connect with a skill shot and taking that time to dodge in between Twin Fangs as well.
Okay, so I asked him, he says his name is Tay. Oh, the U is just because some jerk took Tay, is what he's saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a look at the graphs real quick. Damage dealt to champions, Cassiopeia way out in front with 50k. If you hit 50k, if you were ridiculously good, if you played really, really well, you did a lot of damage, 50k in a game about that long. That's what you should be seeing. So, 50k means you did a good job. And looking at time spent dead, Elise! Elise, what is this? I don't... Okay. We kick over to a quick commercial here, and then we will bring you the, Game 2 of the finals. Finals, DominateDominion.com, League of Legends Dominion Tournament, number 62. Pays Evelynn Child Support is down 0-1 right now against Clueless.